Hi, I'm Elise. Welcome to the 5-minute video tutorial on how to take mindful pictures. Today I am going to show you a mindful photography activity called 20 Pictures. It's one of my favorite mindful photography activities. There are literally hundreds of activities out there that you can do, but this one just happens to be my favorite, and I think it's a great way to learn the mindful photography technique, and it's a great way to introduce you to it. So the first thing that you need is a camera. I'm just going to be using the camera on my cell phone just to show you that any camera will work. You don't have to have anything fancy. However, if you do have a fancy camera, go ahead and bring it out. And the second thing that you need to do is pick an object. And that object can be anything. Today I'm going to take a picture of these two pipes, or of one of these pipes, I guess, since you just want one object. And I'm going to take 20 pictures of that pipe. Now, another variation on this activity is, instead of taking 20 pictures, if you don't want to have to keep track of 20 pictures, you can just set a timer for 5 minutes and just take pictures of your object for 5 minutes until the timer goes off. But the point is to try and get you to really dig into the object and really examine it and explore it through your camera. So let's get started. Okay, so now that we have our camera and we've chosen our object, I've chosen this pink pipe, now you just start taking pictures of it. So I'm going to start by kind of backing away from it just to kind of get it at an angle that's a little bit further away, and then I'm going to slowly make my way closer. You can do whatever you want, but that's usually how I like to take my pictures. So yeah, it makes a big difference just looking at it from different angles and with different backgrounds. I like how it can kind of be silhouetted when you put it against the sky, so it's kind of neat to look at it that way. Put it right there. It looks just a little bit different. Even though I'm taking a picture of this pink pipe, obviously the blue pipe has a lot of depth that it adds. I just happened to be in a place that has this gorgeous backdrop. Did not mean to do that. I'm just in a neighborhood, and you really can take these pictures anywhere. You don't need to be anywhere beautiful. You just have to have a good eye. And that's part of what mindful photography helps you to develop, is just really looking at things, because even though this pipe seems super ugly, it actually has its own beauty to it if you think about it. So I have no idea what this pipe is. I think it's part of the gas line, so I'm gonna keep a little bit of a safe distance from it, but just looking at the colors, like how the pink and the asphalt, the contrast that's there, just, you know, there's nothing really particularly interesting or meaningful about this object. I mean, it does have utility to it, but, you know, it doesn't necessarily have any deep philosophical meaning, for me anyways, and yet I can find a lot of really great images here that are really interesting to me. As I get closer, I can see that the paint dripping down, and I can kind of look at these shapes, the play of the different shapes here with the backdrop, and just how, you know, this whole scene kind of works together, and how this pink pipe kind of works into all of it. And by taking 20 pictures, it really forces you to really examine your object really closely, just to see what there is here. Alright, so that is your introduction to mindful photography. Again, this is just one activity, so be sure to keep checking out my site, mindfulclicks.com, where I will continue to introduce you to more mindful photography activities and ways that you can introduce this great meditation method into your life.